So the job for today is I am going to plant out some of the squashes and courgettes and pumpkins in the usual tyre area. Don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago I showed you I had topped up all of the tyres with some nice rotted manure. So there's still some that's too small in the greenhouse to go out just yet. So they'll come out maybe in a week or so's time. We're in the beginning of May now, sort of the 8th, and technically I think our last frost date here is supposed to be the 10th of May, so it's in a couple of days time. But I've looked at the weather forecast and we haven't got any frost forecast, so I am going to get some of these out just to try and make a bit of space in the greenhouse. So for today we have got courgettes, zucchini, the green ones. I have got, let me just remember now, I've got two here, yellow ones, F1 Athena I think they are, but I haven't got the label with me now. I have got two squashes, F1 Hunter here, and I have got 4 pumpkins 100 weight. So I will just lay them out on the tyres where I think they're going to go this year, and then I'll be back to you in just a minute. So this is where I've decided they're going. As usual, the courgettes will go in these tyres here. I've done the green ones along the back. There's 5, and then there's the 2 yellow ones there, and I've got 2 more in the greenhouse, which is just a little bit too small still. I've gone for my 2 squashes, F1 Hunters back there, and then the 4 big pumpkins over there. So I've had terrible germination this year. I've got a few other ones, but I don't think I'm going to fill all the tyres this year. So I'm going to get on and start putting those in the ground. So there we go. So I've got the 5 green ones, 2 yellow ones, courgettes, 2 squashes and 4 pumpkins in, and I've watered them in as well. So on to the next job. So we're over by the potato bed. You can see there's the tunnel, and as you can see I've planted 2 rows of potatoes already. I apologize for the wind, it's really windy today. So planted 2 rows of sarpomeras in here. The chits are only about that big, and they are probably about a good foot under the ground, if you include the little hills. So what I thought I'd do is I have got some little lettuce plants over there in the wheelbarrow, which I thought I am just going to put a row of them in here in between the 2 potato rows, because by the time the potatoes poke up and start casting shadows and things, those lettuce will be ready to harvest already. So I'm just going to put a row of lettuce in here just because I need some space to put them in. So and then the ground is quite hard at the moment with all of the heat we've had. So as soon as we get a bit of rain, which I think is in a couple of nights' time, I will plant the rest of the potatoes over there. I've also got to just harvest the last of the Swiss chard and get rid of it. The new ones are just about ready to go out. So lift the Swiss chard, process it, and then put the rest on the compost. So, and then this will be the potato bed. So let's get some lettuces in here. And as usual, when I come across a stone, it adds to the path over there. So here we go. So, showing you these before, bottles of squash, well-known brand. I cut the tops and the bottoms off them, and it gives me these little sleeves. And then what I do, I put it around the plant. Multiple different uses is number one, keeps the slugs off. Number two, keeps any birds off. Number three, it gives me somewhere to water. Let me show you. So, oops, there we go. So, targeted watering, water goes straight down to the roots, and then I give them, I'll probably leave those on for about a week, maybe two, and then I'll take them off, and then they're big enough and ugly enough to look after themselves. So let me get the rest on and water them in. all done. And as you'll see, sometimes the water drains away immediately, sometimes they swim for a little while the water drains away, but it's no bad thing. So let's go and find another job. Another small job I need to quickly get to is tidying up the strawberry beds. As you can see, loads of weeds coming up in this one, and if I don't keep on top of it, they go from this, as you can see here, to ginormous, and kills off the strawberry plants very, very quickly. So I'm going to hoe in here. I've just been looking for my hand hoe and I can't find that. So I've brought the big one, which inevitably means I'm chopping off some strawberry plants. And then this side is more of a hand weeding exercise. And then I need to top this bed up, which is why I bought some spent potato compost with me. Because, let me find one. I was just looking the other day, and of course now I won't find a single one. But basically there are lots of roots and things that are exposed, so the levels on this bed has gone down a lot. So I need to just top this up a little bit in places. You can see here, this one is not very secure. So hoe, get rid of some weeds, and then top this bed up a bit. This one's okay, it's only just recently been done. So let me get on with that. All done. So hoed that side. There's still a lot there, but what I'll do is I'll give it a day or so, see what's still standing, and then hoe it again. This side I hand weeded most of it and then topped it up with some compost, so it's looking a lot better on this side. Now whilst I was at it, I thought, you know what, I'll quickly put a couple of more slabs down as well. So I've put 2 more slabs down here. So the path is almost complete, and I can't quite decide. I suppose I better put another one there as well, just to finish it off. Doesn't quite fit in, but I'll put another one in, even if it sticks over, that's better than nothing. So, and then the only other job I need to do here is I've got my Perspex rods that I'm just going to put in place. I'm not going to quite put the net up yet because I still want to weed, and I think half the problem last year and the year before is I put the net up too early, and then I couldn't really get in there to weed, and then the weeds took over. So I'm going to leave it a bit longer. I've had a look, lots of flowers, a few set fruit, but not enough to warrant a net yet. So maybe Monday or Tuesday, so another 3 or 4 days, and then I might get the nets on. So let's get the rods in place. here we go, all done and ready. I love these rods, and I say it every year, it's really worth investing in them. I will put a link in the description below. Can't remember what they're called. So okay, I think that might be it for me for today, and I'm going to tidy up, go home, have some lunch, and then it's time to pick the kids up again. So until tomorrow, have a good day.